Hello and welcome. Today we are going over the perfect Ferrari. We are going over the Ferrari 458 Italia. Now this car is honestly a mix of beauty and performance. You take those two and mash them together, you end up with the 458. Now the 458 is the successor to the Ferrari F430, which means this Ferrari had some big shoes to fill because the F430, as you're gonna see in tomorrow's video, is an incredible vehicle. Now, with every 5 years, the Ferrari's V8 series, it just gets revolutionized, it evolves. And with the Ferrari 458, it created another masterpiece in the bloodline. So, the Ferrari 458 comes with a 4.5 liter V8 engine that produces 563 brake horsepower, mid-engine rear-wheel drive with a weight of only 1,485 kgs and a top speed of 210 miles per hour. That is 338 kilometers per hour, bone stock. The Ferrari 458 really set the standard of what a supercar should be able to do, and it does that in real life as well as in Gran Turismo 7. Now when it comes to Gran Turismo 7 and this vehicle's handling, the car handles absolutely perfect. The car has the right amount of grip, the car has just the right amount of slippage to just keep you excited and making sure that you just want to keep on driving this vehicle. Now the car's acceleration, because it is naturally aspirated, that means the car has consistent throttle response. There's no lag, there's no hesitation with this vehicle. It gives you 100% to the power, 100% to the time. This car, the minute you need it to respond, it does that. Whether it is acceleration, whether it is cornering, whether it is braking, this car is extremely responsive and is an absolute joy to drive. Now the Ferrari, because of its history with Formula 1 that I don't even have to explain, they took their technology and threw it into the Ferrari 458, and you can actually feel that when you're taking a car around circuit. The car corners like an absolute dream. Now when it comes to braking, some cars, the braking system just really doesn't match the performance level. However, that is not the case with the 458. The minute you slam on your brakes, the car slows down incredibly well and you get around corners in a safe manner. That is unless you want to be a hooligan, because if you want to do that, well, by all means, just mash your foot to the floor and you're going to see that rear end step out and you're going to have a beautiful slide. Now look, in real life the Ferrari 458 isn't practical at all, but we don't care about practicality. We are playing a game, and in Gran Turismo 7 the Ferrari 458 is just a beautiful car to own. Now the car, even when it comes to the price of this vehicle, it isn't too shabby for the value you get. Now the Ferrari 458, you can pick it up from Brand Central for 283,000 credits, or from the used car dealership for 246,500 credits, or you can get this vehicle for free by finishing in the top 3 at the WTC 700, or by finishing top 3 at the Ferrari Circuit Challenge around Dragon Trail Seaside during GT Cafe Menu 38. So if you have already completed that, you should have this legendary vehicle. So the Ferrari 458 is just such a joy to be around and just experience. It is really one of the best driving experiences from a standard vehicle. Now let's say you aren't happy with this and you want a bit more performance. Well, by all means, then you can head on over to the tuning shop. Now once you get there, you are going to be greeted with a single part in your ultimate section, and that is titanium connecting rods and pistons. So once you equip that and just the rest of the other parts, I'm actually surprised that this vehicle didn't come with stage 5 weight reduction, but once we fully upgrade the vehicle, we are going to be left with 776 brake horsepower and a weight of 1,158 kgs. So that is really good figures. And once we head on over to GT Auto, Then when it comes to customization of this vehicle, you have one front lip as well as a custom rear wing option. Well, that comes with every single vehicle. Now once you have this, or you just picked whatever livery, well, you're gonna head out back onto circuit and you're gonna notice a dramatic difference in performance. The Ferrari 458, now that it's fully upgraded, is a completely different beast. It took all of the characteristics it previously had and just increased them tenfold. The car is so much more responsive. It throws its back out a lot more, which you can tune with your differential, but if you don't do that, it's still a fun vehicle that is easy to control, but you do see the vehicle step out a lot more. However, if you take the corners in a civilized manner, because you want to get around the course as fast as possible, you are going to notice that this vehicle actually has a ton of grip. Now with the mid-engine rear-wheel drive cars in Gran Turismo 7, sometimes they can be a bit hair-raising, but honestly with the 458 it does an absolutely perfect job of getting you around circuit incredibly fast and without really stressing you out much. So around Kyoto driving park, my fastest lap time was a 1 minute 29. Now that is incredibly fast, and actually around the same time as some of the newer supercars that are in the game. It's crazy to think that the Ferrari 458 Italia is actually a 2009 model. This car is extremely old, but considering the fact that you can't even tell, if you put this up against the Ferrari F8 Tributo, yes, you are gonna feel a slight difference, but the Ferrari 458 will give that car a real run for its money, and that's really like the highlights or the peak of modern Ferrari performance that we have in the game. So the Ferrari 458, yes, don't look past this vehicle because you see the F8 there and you think, oh, okay, because it's newer, it's gonna be so much better. It's not always the case. You cannot skip over this absolutely beautiful, this glorious Ferrari 458. Now this car just, honestly, it deserves so much praise. Now when it comes to Gran Turismo 7, you can actually engine swap this car. Well, you can't. You can take the engine out of this car and put it into something else, and that something else is the Alfa Romeo 4C. Now I've already made a video on this engine swap vehicle, and when I tell you, it is an absolute pocket rocket. Compared to the size difference and the weight, the Alfa Romeo 4C is a lot lighter than the 458, and with the same amount of power, it makes the whole experience a lot more awakening. You really have to be watching what you do, or else you are going to feel the wrath. The Alpha just is a bit more rough around the edges. The car is going to want to step out a lot more. It's going to try and send you into a barrier. It's a lot sketchier to drive, but your serotonin levels absolutely through the roof, and that's what I love about the Alfa Romeo. So the Alfa, you receive the Ferrari's performance, but just with a rougher overall outlook when it comes to handling. But with the 458, it's honestly, you can feel that the engine was designed for this vehicle. It handles the power beautifully, and overall the car is just an amazing vehicle. Now when it comes to your performance rating, now the car comes in at just under 800 performance points, with your downforce being fully maxed out and with the vehicle being on racing softs with a wide body kit. The car is at 795.39 performance points. So is this going to be the best vehicle to use for money grinding events? Not really, but this car is still going to be super good in events. It just depends on which ones you actually take it for. But the Ferrari 458, a super fun vehicle that you should really try out if you haven't already. So with all this being said, I hope you guys did go on to enjoy this video. Don't forget, leave a like and subscribe for more Gran Turismo 7 content, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.